Guten Tag, everybody. It is breakfast time here in the Hopewell household, and seeing as making breakfast, or as they say in German, Frühstück, is kind of my job, I thought it'd be fun if I brought you guys along as I make one of our favorite breakfast foods, stovetop frittata. Now, what I'm going to need for this is 6 eggs, milk, yellow pepper, spring onions, and feta cheese. Now, you can really put anything you like in your frittata. This just happens to be the things that we like. All right, I'm going to bring this stuff over to the kitchen and we'll get started with our first steps.
All right, guys, I've made it to the kitchen. Now, the first thing I need to do is cut up the vegetables and the cheese into small pieces so I can saute them later. Now, personally, I find this to be the most boring part of the whole thing. So let's get it over with, shall we? Alright guys, that's all cut up. So what I'm going to do now is start sauteing the onions and the peppers. But I'm going to leave the cheese out till right before we put the egg in. That way it doesn't melt too much, but still softens a little bit. Alright guys, my veggies are starting to saute. So what I'm going to do now is break my eggs, add my milk, and maybe just a dash of salt, and start whipping them up real good so they're nice and light. Alright guys, my eggs are all whipped up, so now it's time to get back to my veggies and see how they're coming along. Alright, the egg's in, so what we're going to do is turn the heat down to a medium and let it cook. Alright, while that's cooking, I thought it was the perfect time to share today's fun fact. So, fun fact, even though frittata is considered to be an Italian dish, many food historians believe it can trace its roots all the way back to Persia, and possibly even Mesopotamia. So, I guess you could say we are making some historic food. Alright, let's get back to it before it burns. All right, guys, this is looking pretty finished to me, and I must say, not to toot my own horn, it smells fantastic. So all that's left to do now is to bring it to the table and serve it up.
All right, I'm all plated up and ready to eat. So, fingers crossed, this tastes as good as it smells. Fantastic. All right, this turned out perfectly. Okay, that's my fun fact. As always, I hope you have a wonderful day. And auf Wiedersehen.